Everyone is talking about the occurrences that occur during these fated cosmic phenomena. But what does the light being shined specifically on Aquarius and Leo have to do with where we are all going personally and collectively? Joining us now via Skype is Kabbalistic astrologer Rachel Schwartz. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you? So we have all this age of Aquarius stuff and all of these eclipses. And explain from a Kabbalistic perspective why, eclipses lead to such kind of rapid, out-of-nowhere changes and course corrections for people.
Okay, so you know that one of the things that we have to always pay attention when we look at an eclipse is what is the specific sign that it's on or in, right? So recently we've been having a lot of Leo Aquarius energy, which is a very opposing energy. Leo is the me, it's my expression, is how I can, be a leader and express everything and all the talents that I have. But Aquarius represents the global care. Aquariuses are people that care for everybody, for society. They want to bring cure and healing to the world. So how does it work really in our generation when we have so many eclipses that are so strongly impacting our lives? By the way, eclipses will cause fast changes. We'll see that, we'll feel it. But what is it all about? We need to know that nothing is good or bad, which means that if I look at the sign of Leo and I can say, it's a sign of a lot of ego. It sounds bad, right? It sounds as if, we only think about ourselves. But Leo actually represents the ability and the strength of making things happen, of manifesting myself. While Aquarius, that can sometimes be too much about the outside, but actually it represents the global care. And what happens with those eclipses is something very powerful. It tells us, listen, in order for us to really impact a global change, each and every one of us needs to manifest themselves, their talents, their ability, and contribute with the consciousness of doing it to make the world a better place. And this is what the eclipses are here to make and change. And this is what each and every one of us, no matter if we have Leo or we don't have Leo, if we have Aquarius or we don't, it's an opportunity for us to connect to our talent, to connect to our abilities, but with the consciousness of making the world a better place and helping mending whatever needs to be mended.
It's so interesting because, here we're talking about, and this year is such a huge change in many, many other ways astrologically, but we are talking how clearly we are in the age of Aquarius. Like, it's almost no coincidence. Even just today, we're pre-recording this, Elon Musk's sent a Tesla to outer space and it was supposed to get to Mars in 10 months and now instead it's going to the asteroid belt. Like, are we going to see these massive, massive shifts in what we're capable of as human beings?
Yeah, and you know that Mars represents masculine energy while Sirius represents the feminine. And it means that this is a time now that feminine power is actually what is rising up. So, of course, it doesn't mean that men are not going to be important or powerful, but it means to connect to my feminine side, to the nurturing, to the care, to caring for people that are around me from a place of love. And this is a very, very powerful shift that is happening right now.
Rachel, this is all very, very, very interesting, and thank you so much for joining us. And it'll be very interesting to see how these energies, what happens this month. But clearly, it's a time of being compassionate for one another, and being Leo and finding your creative passion, going for it in a way that's different, and for the collective as a whole. So beautiful energy. Thank you, Rachel. We'll check in with you next month.